Hello, everybody. Thank you for jumping on here. I'm Stephen Yahelko with California State Parks out of the Sonoma Mendocino Coast District. And today we're going to talk briefly about how we can actually maximize our experience outdoors. Now, I know right now a lot of us are missing our outdoor spaces, and this is actually an activity that you can actually do from the comfort of your own home, maybe your backyard or something along that lines. But it's all about being present and in the moment, and that means that we can utilize our senses in order to really experience the wonder that is nature and our beautiful natural world. Now, as humans, we are often very reliant on our sight for our ability to see things. It's our primary sense, and for a lot of animals, they cannot fully rely on their sight. Say they're nocturnal, they may have adaptations to overcome that, but lots of animals may actually rely on other senses. We know that, say, dogs, for instance, have a very keen sense of smell, and that's the same as for bears as well. So today we're going to do a little practice which I call the silent exploration, and this is where we actually take a short minute to actually be incredibly silent and try to really draw in everything in our natural world or in our environment. So it's really easy, and if you have a quiet place you want to try this, it's very easy to do. So the idea is that we start to experience the outdoor world with as many senses as we can, whether it be our eyes to see, our nose to smell, our ears to hear, even our skin to actually feel. And, well, sometimes you might have the opportunity to explore using your mouth, of course, your tongue, and the taste of some things. Well, now, this is not recommended to taste things in nature if you are unfamiliar with them, because some things, of course, are toxic and unable to be ingested. So we're going to concentrate mainly today on using our secondary senses, right? Our hearing and our nose. And the cool thing about right now is it has rained in the last 24 hours, and this forest is very damp and very moist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and give you guys 30 seconds of complete silence. Scary, I know. To actually try and make observations using your sight or what you can hear. And I hope that the sounds are coming through, but this is really just a practice for when you're outdoors. Maybe when you're going hiking and stuff, actually take those earbuds out and stop listening to some music. Bring in everything that the world has to offer. Right now I can smell that it has rained in the last few bits. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn you around and give you 30 seconds to just enjoy the silent splendor that is the Coast Redwood Forest. All right. Well, now I know that may have been boring for many people, and that's kind of been a thing for quite a bit because we are so lost into what the here and now is that we often have this need to be excited 24/7. Now, as you were looking through the camera, you may have been able to make some observations as to what you were seeing, right? Oh, let's see. There we go. It's kind of blurry for a second, but you might notice lots of greenery. This log in front of me has quite a bit of moss growing on it, and that moss is very happy and very perky right now because of the amount of rain that has come in. Now, I'm here personally, and I wish that you could actually smell the smells that I'm smelling. Smell the smells that I'm smelling at the moment because it smells amazing. It's so beautiful to smell that scent of fresh rain and dew in the soil. You also may notice the burn marks on the side of these trees. This forest has been through fires throughout its lifetime. But more noticing, I'm going to be quiet for a second so you can actually try it and draw in the bird sounds that we're hearing. So I'm going to be quiet again. It's really beautiful. So you're able to hear quite a bit, and I hope that you at home may have been able to hear that as well. And there are tons of birds that make songs. That's actually a very useful tool that I use when I'm outdoors exploring, as I do not have headphones in ever. I go hiking. I really try and be as quiet as possible while hiking so that I might get the chance to observe some wildlife, and not only observe the wildlife through hearing or seeing it, but also maybe observe by hearing it. And by hearing it first, actually have a better chance of pinpointing its location. Lots of animals use this, of course, to survive, to know when predators are coming around the corner, to be able to hunt their own food if they are a predator themselves. And it's just amazing to take some time out of your day, and you can do this in your backyard, and just find a quiet place to sit, listen, smell, and you can look around in order to experience everything that's around you. And it might bring up a couple of questions that you can explore on your own, right? I wonder what bird that is. Well, good thing you got binoculars. I mean, you might not, but you can actually hear that bird, find its location, look for it, and hopefully get a chance to spot it. So I hope that you actually take the time to do that. And this is also a very useful tool in creating a nature journal. And it's by practicing the power of observation, documenting it. You can say, draw something that you see. And then by drawing and observing that, it might raise some questions. Why are the leaves of this plant so big? Does that make you think about where it's located? Maybe it needs to be big so it can get enough sun. Why do birds make the sounds that they do? All these questions can actually be experienced through the power of observation. And one thing I noticed, right, is that it being nice and damp in the forest today, because we did get some rain, the birds are just singing. And does that make you think that maybe the birds are communicating to the availability of food around them? Because the bugs come out when it rains. The worms come to the surface, and the birds just love it. So again, I'm going to give you another short little bit to make some observations, and I'm going to be quiet. Try that out. Now, I do hope that you were able to hear some of those sounds, and if you can, or if you could, give me a thumbs up, a heart, or angry face, a crying face. I don't know. Whatever thoughts those sounds and sights provoked in you, I wanna hear about it. As well, I hope that you take time out of your day to do this same practice and maybe start a nature journal. The thing is to really observe the world, whether through your sight, your smell, your hearing, but try those things out. And if it's something that you feel comfortable touching, like the ground, the dirt right now feels really moist and damp. But this is a great way to explore and really come to find an appreciation for your natural world. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I know it is short and probably more just it's more of really hoping that you take the time out of your day to experience some of the beauty that our natural world has to offer. And we do that through our sensory exploration. So when you go hiking, take those earbuds out and listen for the sounds that you might find around you, and smell the smells. Some of them aren't that good, but some of them are really beautiful, and you're gonna miss out on it if you're just running through, or if you're hiking so narrowly with your blinders on. So open your ears, open your nose, open your eyes when you're walking around, and you will experience way more than you ever thought was possible. Stevie Helka from California State Parks out of the Sonoma-Mendocino Coast District. Want to give a shout out to our partners at Mendocino Area Parks Association, Mendo Parks, as well as our partners at Hindi Woods Community. And without their help, we could not do these programs. We would not be able to have the supplies and everything that we need to do our business. So we have a great appreciation for those cooperating associations. And thank you so much today. Have a beautiful rest of your day and go experience nature.